Hey everyone, this is Abdullah and I finally managed to get my sweaty hands on a Nokia X20. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing the device pretty quickly. I'm going to talk about some of the basic specifications, how the phone feels in the hand, and how it compares to other Nokia phones when it comes to dimensions. And I'm going to also dive quite deeply into the camera interface to just give you an idea about how it looks like. So let's get straight into it. So one thing I'd like to highlight from this box is that it mentions here on the back that this specific unit that I have over here will not come with a wall charger and instead will come with a compostable case, which is a recyclable case. And this is a variant specific feature. So this phone is an EU variant that I have over here, but your experience might differ if you're from the Middle East or in India, for example. So let's get to unboxing the device. So in the box, you'll get the phone. I have the Nordic blue variant here. You get the SIM ejection tool, product info, booklets, more of them, so many more. And this is the compostable case. It feels quite nice actually. Not very rubbery, but still has a bit of grip to it. And of course the design and the style is a subjective thing. And you also get a USB-C cable. And now on to my favorite part of the experience. You'll also notice that the unit that I have also has a screen protector. So this could also be a variant specific feature. I'm definitely going to keep it on the phone though. So while we wait for the phone to quickly set up, let me just walk you through the basic specs. So this phone has a 6.67 inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of Full HD+. And it comes with a central hole punch camera, which is a 32 megapixel front-facing camera. The back houses a quad camera setup with a return for some of the fan favorites. So you have a main 64 megapixel shooter, a 5 megapixel ultra-wide camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. And of course, Zeiss optics are present. The bottom of the phone has a USB-C port, a bottom firing speaker, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. This phone is running on the Snapdragon 480 5G mobile platform, so it does support 5G. It's also paired with an Adreno 619 GPU. As for the built-in storage, the phone comes with either 6 GB of RAM or 8 GB of RAM. I have the 8 GB of RAM variant here, and 128 GB of built-in storage. There is also a hybrid dual SIM slot, which also supports an SD card. There is also a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. The battery inside is 4470 milliamps, and it supports up to 18 watts of fast charging. As for the software, this phone is a part of the Android One program, and it comes built in with Android 11 out of the box, and it's promised 3 years of updates, so you should in theory get up to Android 14. As for Android One, it's the most simplified version of Android, I would say, the closest to stock. So all the basic services completely rely on Google, such as the dialer, the messaging, the web browser, and so on and so forth. So how does the phone feel in the hand? I'm happy to say that this phone actually feels really solid in the hand, and it definitely feels like a very well-built device. Do keep in mind though that this phone is completely built out of plastic, so there's a plastic frame all around the edges and a plastic finish on the back with a matte layer on it. Having said that, because the phone is quite hefty at around 220 grams, it still feels like quite a premium device. There are definitely no creaks to be found here, and the device feels very, very solid in the hand. So as you'd expect from a Nokia device. So how does it compare to other Nokia devices? X20 next to the 8.3, which is quite a big boy, big heavy boy. This is it next to the Nokia 7.2. As you can see, it's a bit bigger in almost every dimension, but it's also thinner. This is it next to the Nokia 5.3 with its 6.39 inch display. And just for fun, this is how it compares against the Lumia 950 XL. The design, of course, is subjective, but I do have to say that the phone definitely looks much better in real life than it does in the renders and pictures, especially this Nordic blue color, which looks actually quite nice. Hopefully I'll be able to convey that to you in this video. But yeah, the bezels on the front of the display are definitely on the bigger side, especially compared to the competition. There's also a thick chin at the bottom which houses the Nokia logo. So this definitely dampers my excitement about the rest of the hardware, which definitely feels very, very solid. I'm gonna leave my impressions about the performance of this phone for the review, but it seems quite fine. It actually breezes through almost anything that you throw at it from my just very brief experience with it right now. But stay tuned for the full review for the full impressions about the actual day-to-day performance. So let's do a quick camera test. As you can see, the 64 megapixel main camera looks quite decent. Of course, further testing is required, but not bad. And one of the key selling points of this phone is definitely the fact that it comes with cinema mode out of the box. So this gives you all the manual controls in video. So you're able to play around with the exposure, with the ISO, with the white balance, and so on and so forth. And it records videos in a 21:9 aspect ratio, which is a widescreen format, and also comes with built-in filters that you can apply to the videos to get the specific look that you're looking for. It is sadly limited to full HD video recording, at least on this unit, which might not have the final firmware. You can also record videos in the HLog format, which allows you to capture video that's untempered, and you can edit it and extract all the colors that you need. So this is a better way to capture video, to capture better dynamic range and better contrast, and then edit it to the exact look that you're trying to achieve. The phone also has also audio recording, so it uses two microphones in order to record audio and eliminate wind noise. So this is definitely a good thing to have, but of course further testing is needed to see how well it actually performs. One thing I noticed is that the phone has haptic feedback when you're in the camera interface, so this is definitely a new thing compared to even the Nokia 8.3. And the haptic engine on this phone is actually superb. It's, I think, even better than the one found on the 8.3, so that's quite a nice thing to have. I've noticed all this also while typing on this phone, which feels really nice thanks to this haptic engine. So this was my very quick unboxing and impressions video. Stay tuned for the full review. I just love to know what you guys want to see in the full review. So what aspects do you want me to talk about in the full review? Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.